The Army men showed their strength in depth with two completely different approaches to their two matches. Against the Navy, it was a lot of big hitting as they accrued a massive total of 186. Despite an early scare, Rayshawn Lewis top scored with 58 off 30 balls, before he was eventually bowled by Jack Watson. Jacob Clark came in and scored a quick-fire 38, with both Charles Bevan and Charles Mitchell putting in handy knocks of 27 each. Despite bowling them out, the Navy attack did little to staunch Army runs, but bowlers Hugh Selvey and Robert Milligan came away with 3 wickets each. Extra kudos to Daniel Yates for this catch on the boundary. In response, the senior service just didn't have the legs, with no one scoring over 20 runs, and despite staying in for 19.3 overs, they fell well short of the target, just reaching a ton.
Well done. Well done.
Earlier, the Royal Air Force had beaten the Navy by 34 runs to claim their spot in the final against the Army. And for Game 3, they won the toss and elected to bat. There was a very useful 52 from Johnny Davis, but the light blues were hugely restricted by the bowling from the men in red. The bowling was well split across the red camp, but Roshan John was the pick of the Army bowlers with 2 wickets for 25 runs. His second scalp greatly helped by this take from Mitchell in the deep. The RAF pushed their way to 112 for 7, setting the Army 113 to win. The reigning champions were a little more cautious in the run chase, but still won with 9 balls to spare and only 3 wickets down. Bevan again contributed with a solid 38, but their captain Viv Naker led his side well with a knock of 44.
Yeah, I think we're very sport for choice this year. We've been really lucky. We've got probably the strongest side that I've certainly seen for this Army development team, and it's really balanced. So actually we've got very experienced players, and then it's a lot of new guys who are quite extravagant with the way that they bat, I think is the right word to use for it. But yeah, it was just playing intelligently against each of the scenarios. So going in and batting first when we've got a bit more freedom and no real pressure. You know, my brief to them was to just go and show what they can do, and they did that really, really well. And then in the second game, they're only chasing 110 or 112. It just allowed us to be a bit more within ourselves and just play a bit slower but calmer and still keeping the game under control the whole time.
And how much effect does it have when, for example, the T20, the senior men's team, was won by the RAF? You know, does that sort of bounce back? Does that give you a bit more fire to come out here and win?
Yeah, absolutely does. So, I mean, we're very fortunate that we've got a really strong side, but when you see the first team lose against the RAF, you do start to wonder a little bit whether it could happen again, and it does fill you with a little bit of nervousness. But actually, you know, it was good for us to, I guess, avenge the loss that the first team faced. But yeah, good for us to win it.
Viv's team have a busy summer ahead, including the 50-over competition against their RAF and Navy counterparts in a couple of weeks' time. Kath Brazier, BFBS Forces News, Tidworth.
Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.